How's it going out there? Welcome from H2 Tech Videos. Here we're going to be doing the new Nexus 7 for beginners. This is part 3. Now, so in part 1 we talked about how to set up the tablet. Part 2 we went over some of the basic icons. So as of right now you should know what these different icons do down here, how to bring up your notifications. And so in this video now we're going to get a little bit deeper. We're going to talk about how to have a little more fun with it, how to download your apps, how to customize it, what is a widget, all those different cool things. So let's jump in and get started. Now the first thing I want to go over is how to download apps, because this is really important, and without apps you are wasting your tablet, because a tablet itself can't do much until you put things on it. So apps are just like software for a computer. So how a computer uses software, tablets use apps. It's just like the newer term. So to get your apps, you need to go to the Play Store. So we're going to tap Play Store, okay? And this is where we find and we search for all the different apps and things like that, okay? So you can do it a couple of different ways. You can come up here and tap on apps, and you can look at a lot of like the recommendations, top apps. In fact, up here you have categories. So you have home, top paid, free, top grossing, new. Now you see this little green bar right here. This bar moves as you swipe. So if we swipe this way, it moves to top paid, and then when we swipe again, you see that. So you can just go left and right just to kind of look. You know, top grossing, top paid, top free, which is my favorite section. Trending are like the top apps that are being downloaded, you know, the like popularity wise. If we go all the way to the other side, we do have categories here. So you could actually go through and say, you know what, I want to use this for finance and business. I'm going to go to the finance section. You might be a health and fitness person. You want to find what are the best apps for health and fitness. Let's actually tap that and see health and fitness, and then it will separate those categories same way by top paid, top free, top grossing. So as we swipe, we can look at all the top free health and fitness apps. We can look at the top grossings. These are like top downloaded, top paid, and then top new free. Okay, and we can swipe all the way back. Now, so that's kind of one way, and if you're new, you may say, I don't even know what I want to put on this thing. Well, then I definitely encourage you to look in this section. Now, if we want to get back to the categories, we can just hit the back arrow. And now we're back in our category section. So I definitely encourage you to go through here and see what category kind of jumps out to you. And you can kind of start there to kind of see what apps you want. Now there's another way to look for apps, and that's to tap the magnifying glass up here. And you can just do a search. So sometime I'll just say, oh, you know, I wish there was an app that did this. Let me look and see if they have one. So for example, what's a cool app that I use all the time? I use an app called Switcher. Okay, so you type it in, and then they'll give you some recommendations, and then like this one is the app I'm trying to find. But basically you can just type it in and then hit the magnifying glass to search it, and there you go. And this is actually the app I'm talking about. It's a cool app that lets you switch between your apps without having to close them. You just kind of move your finger, you drag it across the screen. So like, let's say we want to download this app on the tablet. Once we get to this screen, first, before we download it, we can look at some pictures. So what does the app look like? So we can tap this one. There's a picture of it, kind of what it does in the middle of the screen. Now, if we want to get back, we hit back button. And so there's a ton of different pictures. So before you download an app, I always encourage you to look at the pictures. You just swipe left or right, and when you tap, that's when it actually will open up that picture. There it is. So when you're going to download an app, always first look at the pictures, because you may look at it and say, that's not what I'm looking for, and you'll know right off the bat. You don't have to waste time. Also look at the star rating. So this has like a 4.5 star rating, which is really good, and over 100,000 people have downloaded it. So it's most likely going to be a pretty good app. If it had like 10 downloads and only 4 people liked it or whatever, then that might make you think, you know. And you can even read reviews. I don't get that deep into it. As long as the picture is good and the rating is good, I usually go for it. So let's say you want it, you want to download it, just tap install. And then it's going to ask you for permission to download it. You're going to tap accept. And then it will start downloading. Just that simple. So that's really how you download an app. So now when the app's finished, here you'll have an option that says open or uninstall. Now I want to point this out too. If this app costs money, if it wasn't a free app, you actually get 15 minutes to return the app without being charged for it. So maybe you bought it, you look at it, you decide this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. That's okay. You can just simply tap uninstall and they'll actually give you a refund. So we're going to tap open here, and we can go right to the app and it'll walk us through how to set it up. For now, I don't want to get too deep into that. I guess we have to because our buttons have gone away. But anyway, we're going to go back home. But that's how you download the app. And what happens is as soon as you download the app, it will pop up right on your home screen right there. You can also find it in your app drawer, which will be right here. So there that is. Okay, so that's how you download the app. Pretty basic. Now, let's say, now one thing that separates this from like an iPad is on an iPad, all the apps are always on the front of the screen. If you notice, you don't see all the apps on this screen. You can choose what goes on these different screens. And maybe you say, I don't want this to be on the front screen. All you have to do is hold down on it. I keep messing this up. So tap down on it. And then at the top, this little remove is going to pop up, and basically you're going to drag it all the way to the top and until remove is red, and then let it go, and now it'll take it off the screen. Let's take this off too. So tap and remove pops up. We just drag it right up here and now it's gone. Okay, now this big old thing right here, this is a widget. Okay, now guess what? This doesn't have to stay here. In fact, I would say let's get rid of it. So same thing, tap and hold down and just drag it right up, and once it's red you let it go, and then it will take it off the screen for you. So I'm going to actually show you how to customize this home screen, how to put some cool stuff on here to make it a little livelier. So we're going to go to our app drawer, and then so right now we're in the apps. We're going to tap widgets, and we're going to find some cool widgets, and then as I put them there, you'll be able to see them and understand them a little bit better instead of me just explaining them. So let's swipe. Let's put a clock. We'll have a nice big clock right on the front. So let's say you see this widget, you say, okay, I want that to be on my screen. You're going to just put your finger on it, and then it's going to take you to the screen, and then you can decide where you want to put it. See that? So I can put it here, here. I could, maybe you say, I don't want it on this screen, I want it on that screen. So drag your finger all the way to the edge and it will take you over, just like that. Here. So I want to put it on the middle screen. I'm going to put it right here. So I've decided I want to put it here, and in the background it's showing you a preview. So just lift your finger up, and now that's where it's going to go. So now we have a cool little clock to go on our front screen. Kind of cool. Let's see what else we have in terms of widgets that we can put on here. So we're going to go to our app drawer, and remember that we were here at the widgets. And so let's see. We have some books here, kind of boring. Google search is already on there. Photo gallery, if you take some pictures, you could use that to put that on the front screen. This is actually something I recommend. This is really cool. This is a power control. So let me show you what this does. Let's hold down on it, and we're going to drag it here. Now be careful when you start moving it, because if you move your new widget where the old one is, the old one will move out the way. We don't want that, so we want to put it underneath like such. Let's put it about right there. That's weird though. It won't let us. We'll go over that next. It won't let us put this underneath. Anyway, with this little switch, you can actually turn off your Wi-Fi by pressing one button. Now you're probably saying, why would I want to turn off my Wi-Fi? Well, if you know you're not going to use the tablet for the next like couple of days or something like that, or if you're gonna like go on a trip and you want to conserve the battery as much as you can, you want to turn off the Wi-Fi, because when it's on, it's constantly draining the battery. So when you want to turn it on again, you just tap that button and now your Wi-Fi connects, and it shows you because that little symbol is going to pop up right there. You can also have a shortcut to turn on your Bluetooth. Now this button right here is like for location stuff. We can turn that off because that's not really important. And also the screen is on full blast. We can actually tap this and put it on auto brightness, and it will adjust the brightness of the screen so that it's not too bright. I like it to be really bright, but everybody doesn't. So when you see an A in there, that means it's on the automatic brightness setting. Now watch though, when I turn these lights off, watch how it's going to change the brightness automatically. You see it lights back up, turn lights on, and then it dims back down. So all that's controlled by this little switch. Tap it again, and so this dims it all the way down, and then tap it again, and then now it's on half brightness because it's a half sun. Tap it again, it's on full brightness. So you know, I'm not sure how much you guys like that. I usually like to use stuff like that, but anyway, that's just an example of what a widget can do. So let's take this, we're gonna hold down. So we're gonna get rid of this widget for now. So hold down, remove. Now we're gonna go back to our app drawer and let's look for some more cool widgets. And unfortunately, that's about it. Oh, but let's go back here. So I want to show you a couple of other widgets that you may like. So one of them is called Google Keep, and it's basically like a to-do list app. So you can type in things like you can make notes, little lists, and things like that. So let me show it to you. To get this widget, we just want to hold down, and we're going to just put this right on the front. Let's put it towards the left and let it go. And there it is. Okay, and this was actually some videos I needed to make anyway. So we can also hold down on this here, and just by tapping it, these little bubbles pop up, and we can actually make the widget bigger. You see that? Maybe you want to see more of the screen. Now we can see a little bit more. And again, the cool thing is these are all little shortcuts. So you could make a verbal memo just by tapping the microphone. Buy some milk. And there it is. And it saves that. It'll actually put the text and it saves the note, so I can listen to it over and over again. Buy some milk. Okay, kind of crazy. And when you're done, just tap done. And there it is. We have our voice memo. We could even tap the camera, and we could take a picture of something. Tag your photos, no thanks. Let's say we want to take a picture of something. Let's do that. There's our picture. And then if you like it, hit the check. And it puts the picture right in the memo, and you hit done. And there it is. So, and you can even, with your finger, you can just swipe up and down. You can look through your notes. So that's one of the reasons I love widgets. You don't actually have to like open up all these different apps to interact with the tablet. You can do it right from the home screen. Now the last widget that I want to show you, which is a vitally important widget for me anyway. Let's move this. Okay, so it is the mail widget. So we're gonna tap home button. Our widgets. Now you have two different mail apps. This is really important to explain. So we have an email one, and then we have a Gmail one, which is right here. If you have a Gmail account, actually you're going to have one, because when you set up the tablet and ask you to put your Google account, it automatically connects your Gmail for you. So you would, if you just have a Gmail account, you can use the Gmail widget. Some of you may have an AOL or a Yahoo, and in that case you would want to use the email option. So they look pretty similar, but just one is specifically for Gmail and one is for all the other email accounts. So I want to put my email on the front screen, so I'm just going to tap down there. I'm going to drag it right here, and I'm just going to let it go. Now, as soon as you tap that, it's going to ask you what folders that you want it to look at. Because obviously you have outbox, you have drafts, you have star, you have priority email. I'm just going to do my primary email. The primary is basically all the important emails that Google will separate out for you. So we're going to tap primary, and there it is. Okay, and here we can look at our emails. And here's the cool part too, is what's the cool part? Brain fart. This updates automatically for you. So as you get new emails, they will just pop up right on the front. So you don't even have to like go and, oh, let me check my email. I haven't checked in a while. This will automatically show you right on here. And maybe you say, I just want to write a new email right now. I need to email her about that list. Just tap this little envelope with the plus. And there it is. Sets up the email. All you do is type in who you want to send it to, a subject, and start typing your message. You can even attach a picture just by tapping right there. And then you can go to your gallery and attach a picture as well. So that's widgets, that's apps. This really is the heart of the tablet. You need to find apps because without apps, you can't, I mean, like, that's really what makes a tablet so great, is the apps. The tablet itself is very basic until you start to put things on it. So some people will say, I want to read. Some people will say, I want to look at sports and videos. Some people will say, I want to just do Facebook and games, whatever. Well, all that's found in the Play Store, which is right here. Remember, that's where you look for your apps. Well, before we finish the video up, I want to go over just these apps at the bottom here just to give you some basic info. So this is Google Chrome. For those of you that have used Internet Explorer on like a PC, this is basically like the Google's version of Internet Explorer. So this is where you go to browse the internet. So let's take a quick tour here, and it'll show you what you need to know. First, if you want to search, you just tap right at the top here where it says www. That's how you do a search. And the cool thing is, you don't have to put in the website. You can just type in, like, you know, fish eggs, and then it'll just Google search fish eggs. Or if you have the actual website, you can just type that in. So facebook.com, type that in, it'll take you right to Facebook. So that's it. You also have these tabs. You can have multiple websites open at once. So you have this tab open right now. Then we could tap on this tab. We could have a whole separate website. And then we could tap this little guy right here to open up another tab. So you can have multiple tabs. You could have Facebook open on one. You could have Martha Stewart on here. You could have ESPN right there. Whatever. But those are your tabs. And this is what I just said. You can switch between tabs just by tapping the different tabs like that. You can sign in. If you do have a Gmail, you can sign in. You can interact even more with like other devices. And then there's an incognito mode. If you tap here and you go to incognito tab, this will not save your search data, your search information. So if you need to search and you don't want someone to see what websites you're going on, you would use the incognito tab, which is tapping the little button right there. Okay. So that's kind of the internet in a nutshell. That's how you search the web. That's how you browse. That's how you look for LA Times articles, whatever. All that's done through Google Chrome. This guy right here is YouTube, and you can use that to look up videos, recipes, instructionals, like for example you're watching this video. Google Maps you can use to look up directions, how to get places, what the traffic's like, things like that. This is a shortcut to your Gmail email. You can tap that to look at a full-size view of your email, which we have down there. Hangouts is a messaging app that you can use. It's kind of like, let's see, how do I explain it? Like Apple has iMessage, this is now like the iMessage for Google. So it's called Hangouts, and people that have a Gmail account or Google Plus, you can send them messages back and forth. So that's kind of cool. And the last is we have the camera. So right here, we can tap that if we want to take a picture. And you can tap anywhere on the screen and it will autofocus for you. See that? See that? And then when this bubble is blue like this, that means it's gonna shoot a video, I believe. Oh no, I take that back. That's our button to snap the picture. So we just tap and it snaps just like that. If we want to take a video, we tap the camera, go down to the video camera right there, and now it's red, and now you could take a picture, take a video. We can also do a panoramic by tapping that button, and this is like you could take a 360 view of any place. You could take a literally walk in a circle, a 360 circle, and it will capture the whole room. So that's just kind of a basic for the camera type thing. And then when you're done, if you want to see your pictures, you have to go to, so we're going to go home, and we want to go to our apps, and we want to go to the gallery. That's where you find all the pictures you've taken. So tap on gallery, and here we have some backed up photos, but this is our camera here, and that's the picture we just took. We want to see it big, just like that. So here's our picture, and if you tap the screen, you get some options up here. This is the share symbol. Looks like a flux capacitor from Back to the Future. If you tap that button, you can actually share it. So you tap that and then tap see all. You can actually email the picture right from here. You can put it in a note, which is Google Keep. You could Bluetooth it to someone, which I rarely do, but you can do it. Or you can message it to someone by using the Hangouts option. So like we tap Gmail, it will take the picture and throw it right into an email. And all we have to do is put in the person's email address, subject, and then hit send it right off. Okay? And that is about it. Obviously, there's a million and one things you can do with this tablet, but I really wanted to try to hit just the real basic features, just so hopefully if you're new to this will help you to use your tablet more, have fun with it, and do a lot of cool stuff. So, somebody's calling me. Sorry about that. Hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure you like the video if you did find it helpful. Subscribe to H2 Tech Videos. Like, favorite, and share the video. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/H2TechVideos, and on Instagram at H2TechVideos. Keep watching. Again, thanks for the views and the support. Take care and have a good one.